Hi guys, Ali Taylor here, and today I'm going to talk about the best rotation drill possible for your golf swing. Right, so rotation in the golf swing seems to be very in at the moment, and everybody seems to be doing videos about it. So I thought I'd offer my little insight into a drill that I think is a really great drill that not only gets kind of the torso rotating, but helps you kind of understand how the hips need to move, how the torso moves, the shoulders. And I think for a lot of guys, it's amazing how when they rehearse this drill, they can absolutely see why their bad shot is what it is. So it's a really, really simple drill. We're going to run through it, give it you guys that you can actually do it while you're watching me. Hopefully you're in a little bit of space. You don't need to be swinging the club as such. You just need one club, a little bit of space, and we're going to run through this. And this, I think, is the best drill I know for showing you how to rotate in the golf swing. Right then guys, so certainly when we talk about rotation in the golf swing, golfers are very aware nowadays because there's a huge amount of information out there about how, as we set up, we're looking to get nice big shoulder turn, little bit of hip turn, and then on the way down we're looking for lower body to unwind, then upper body, and then down into impact. But I think guys are very good at understanding kind of where the rotation should be on the way back, and certainly as they finish, but aren't always sure how the body should be rotated at impact. So a great way to feel it is grab any club. I mean, I've got a 6-iron here, but something middle of the bag's quite easy. And I want you to cross the club across your chest. But what I want you to do is get the leading edge kind of straight up, so it's very much the same as your spine angle. Okay? And what we're going to do from here is all we're going to do is go into our golf posture. And you can obviously practice on the way back, that's fine. But what we want to feel is as you come down, just swing down to start with where you would normally try and feel at impact. So I know as I do that there, I can see that my club face would be over to the right. Now, I don't generally miss loads of shots over to the right, because the way I've compensated over the years is my hands get very, very active and try and close the club face very quickly. I've worked really hard this year on trying to take my hands out, but I've actually done it by not working on my hands, actually working on how I turn my body through impact to square the club face up better. So a really great way then for me is to get into that position again, and all I'm going to feel from there is a swing back. But as I swing down, I'm going to really focus on where that club face points. Now normally I'd be here, and I'm going to feel that as I turn more out the way, that club would now be pointing straight on. Now I'll be honest, it really feels there that as everything's turned out the way a lot more, does feel like that'd be hard for me to get into that exact position in the golf swing, but I think it's a really great feel for what I'm looking to achieve. And that definitely feels for me, certainly my torso is much, much more, that's where I'd normally be. And I'd say my chest is looking kind of 45 degrees out that way. Whereas when I get this drill done, I almost feel like my chest is much more towards the target. Now I think a lot of guys might be a little bit the other way. I might even go from there, quite good on the way back. Their chest might be looking down at the floor too much as they come over. So it's just a case of really getting a feel, focusing on that club face, and as it's coming down, making any adjustments you need to make to your body to get there. Now the best thing for me though is once I've got that feeling, then it's a case of when I make some golf swings, how would that feel? So I do it slowly to begin with, get myself back. Definitely feels there that nothing really different in that initial part, but then I keep turning and I can see there that club face will be nice and neutral at the bottom. So as we look face on, definitely for me, I think my natural movement would be here. Almost the body would stop and then the hands would try and catch up. And like I said, that's that big hooky one that if you've watched any of my older videos, definitely more of a tendency from right to left. So get there, swing back, start down as normal, and then keep that chest, for me, turning towards impact. And it definitely feels like my hands aren't anywhere near as involved. And for me, I love that feeling, and I love the way that from that drill, I now feel that I can control the club face with my big muscles rather than the small muscles, which is definitely going to make me, has already made me, a more consistent shape of shot, certainly less shape on the ball. And I think if you are someone that shapes the ball a lot, it's not too bad if you know it's coming, but it's as it starts varying, that's where the inconsistency creeps in. So guys, we could see there, not the most complicated of drills, but it's really, really important, like I said, that when you've got that club over your chest like that, that you make sure that that leading edge is the same as your spine angle, so that as you tilt forward, that club face is nice and neutral. There's no point in having the club in the wrong place to start with, and then you're going to manipulate to get the club pointed in the right place. Now this could be actually an issue that you've got with your setup, but you know, with today's video we're kind of assuming that you set up quite reasonably to the golf ball, but the more of that kind of feeling you can get with your body, the easier that's going to be to repeat. Now my only little sticking point with any drill when you train in a static position is that obviously the golf swing is dynamic. So like I said with my comment there, definitely almost feels like there's a little bit of restriction with me with my hip, feels a little bit tight to get into that exact position, but I like the fact that I can feel exaggerated, so that even if I can't exactly get there in the golf swing, I'm going to get much closer than I normally would, and that's got to help me be a more consistent golfer. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as possible. Let me know if this is a drill that you've already seen. Have you already used it? Is it something that you have found beneficial to your game in the past? Maybe forgotten about it and this is a little reminder? Is it something that you've tried before but maybe not really understood what you're trying to get out of the drill? But I'm always interested when we talk about these drills, I can talk about what I feel in my swing. I can't tell you what you feel. That's where it's really important that when you've got a movement that's producing what you want, you understand your feeling for that, so that when we get back out playing, you can really focus on that movement, replicate that feeling, and get some great golf shots out on the course. So guys, if you've enjoyed today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider hitting the subscribe button, ringing the notification bell, and that way you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.